Nitish will not be chief minister after the election. So there's no clarity on the chief ministerial face. We were always clear about who is going to be the chief ministerial face. We have a plan for employment, we have a plan for farmers, we have a plan for laborers, we have a plan for women. Have they generated employment? No. What they have done is they have transferred 10,000 rupees about 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks before an election. There will be a deputy chief minister from the Congress. There will definitely be representation from both the Dalit and the Muslim communities. Women have voted largely because of Nitish. I think this election is going to go where the women go. Congress played a very positive role in keeping the alliance together. The youth are especially unhappy with the state of things, and they are vocal, they are aggressive, they want change.
Well, thanks very much for sparing the time for us. It's a hectic election, but a very crucial election in the sense the outcome will have a major impact. Why did it take so long to announce chief ministers? Was it the Congress that was hesitating?
So it wasn't that we took so long. We were always clear about who is going to be the chief ministerial face. The timing was decided more or less in mid-April in the first India Gathbandhan formal meeting. It was around the middle of April. So it was decided that we would announce the chief minister face once the seat sharing and the manifesto was largely in place. And once that was in place, we've announced it. Actually, we think we are right on time. I think we have about 2-3 weeks of election left. And we just want to make the point that we have both a roadmap for Bihar, an agenda for Bihar, and a team that will implement that roadmap or the vision or the agenda for Bihar. And we wanted to make this at a point where it was obvious that the other side did not have clarity. They do not have clarity on their face. Amit Shah says that Nitish will be the chief minister till the election. After that, we will see. We will see are very loaded words, and everybody understands what that means. Essentially, it means that Nitish will not be chief minister after the elections. So there's no clarity on the chief ministerial face. The second point that we wanted to make across, and this is something that we want to emphasize, is that we have a specific agenda or plan for major sectors, for major segments in Bihar. We have a plan for education, we have a plan for health, we have a plan for employment, we have a plan for farmers, we have a plan for laborers, we have a plan for women, and so on. If you look at it on the other side, most of what they talk about is Jungle Raj. Now, for somebody who's been in power mostly for the last 11 years, both in center and in Bihar, what they should be talking about is what they have done for the people of Bihar on these crucial sectors. What have they done to improve education? Almost nothing. What have they done to improve the healthcare system? Almost nothing. Have they generated employment? No. Has crime been curtailed? Absolutely not. Has corruption been reined in? It's off the charts through the roof. And when there's crime, what does the DG say? He says that it's probably because the farmers have no work to do. So this formation of the BJP and the JDU should ideally be asking for votes based on the work that they have done, their report card, their performance. We don't get to see any of that. We don't get to hear any of that. So that's the contrast that we wanted to bring across.
You may be very good at, promising things, but right now we have seen so many elections. It all boils down to the fact कि पैसे कौन दे रहा है. And here I think Nitish Kumar preempted everyone by transferring 10,000 rupees, and for the first time to over 1 crore 50 lakh women so far. आपको लगता नहीं कि ये गेम चेंजर होगा? और क्योंकि आजकल तो सिंपल है, तुम मुझे नोट दो, हम तुमको वोट देंगे.
आप किसी को भी नोट देते हो तो लोग प्रभावित होते हैं. So if you pay money to people, they will be affected. There is no doubt about it. But what we are also trying to point out is that our offering for women in this particular case is something that will be done month on month immediately after we form government. What they have done is they have transferred 10,000 rupees about 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks before an election. They could have done this 4 years ago. Why did they not do it? So we have a counter argument and a legitimate argument of what we will be offering them, and we plan to take that to women very aggressively. And it's not just one promise of 2,500 rupees per month per woman, per Zaruratmand woman. What we are also saying is that those who are landless will get land, and the rights to the land will be with the woman. We are also coming up with a 2 lakh subsidy for women who want to start employment, self-employment. We also have a plan where we want to work with them to improve the healthcare protections that they have. So we want to bring the Chiranjeevi model of health insurance that was in Rajasthan to Bihar. So if you look at the women's segment as a whole, it's not just a direct cash transfer for 1 or 2 times before an election, but it's a holistic package that covers employment, income security, health, and so on. And we hope that women will see through what is effectively a cash transfer of votes as opposed to something more meaningful, more consistent, more long-term, that will help them and their families more holistic.
So, Tejasvi Yadav has said that there is going to be a second deputy chief minister. Assuming that the party, your coalition, comes into power, will it be from the Congress? Will it be Kanhaiya Kumar? Who is the Congress face in Bihar? Or like the BJP, there is no real face here?
So there will be a deputy chief minister from the Congress. Who it will be, we will decide after the elections once we form government. But what's more important for us is that we win this election, and we win this by gaining the confidence of the people on the agenda that we have. I think at the end of the day, a team and a roadmap coming together work better, and that's what we are trying to do, and that's what I feel the other side has not been able to do.
What was just carrying on from her question, what was the logic and the process by which the Deputy Chief Minister was announced? It came as a bit of a surprise to everybody.
So there was broadly clarity that we will have more than one Chief Minister. We will have at least 3 to 4. Who that will be, how it will be, was a matter of discussion, and it was decided that we would announce one person, but for the others, we would take a call on who it would be after.
Was this one of his conditions?
He had those conditions, but that was something that was not new to us. And so it was a combined decision, and it was not something that was made in panic. Which is quite contrary to what is being portrayed. The decision on the chief minister, the timing, etc., was more or less as per our plan, and there was nothing knee-jerk about it, and there was no panic response. This is one thing that I would like to clarify, because there seems to be this perception that we did it on the spur of the moment, or we did it because there was pressure from here or from there. Actually, no, far from the truth.
But there is a lot of, reactions from the minority community, especially from Muslim community as well as from the Dalits also. And it seems that they are really feeling let down. How do you going to address that?
So they shouldn't be let down at all. It is very clear that those communities will have representation, and we're very clear about that. That's not who it will be, is what is not decided. There will definitely be representation from both the Dalit and the Muslim communities and the forward castes in the formation that we have. So what is unclear is who that particular individual will be, but there is no doubt in our mind.
You mean to say that unlike, you have announced Mukesh Sahni from EBC community, there will be a deputy CM from Muslim community, Dalit community as well as from the upper caste, but their name is not finalized as yet.
That's definitely what we've been talking about, and that's definitely the way we want to go forward.
My question is about the social media presence of somebody, say like Prashant Kishore. He has a huge social media presence. He has influencers in almost every district on his payroll, and they're just spreading the message or whatever message Prashant Kishore wants to put out. If you want to attract young people, you have young leaders. What is your roadmap? How are you going about it? Because it looks as if right now in that area, Prashant Kishore is way ahead.
The social media campaign is something that we've been planning and working out the details for quite a long time. Our approach in Bihar, I can speak specifically about the Congress's approach to social media in Bihar, is we are trying to make our social media and digital outreach much more customized this time. So it might not be so visible on the face of it, but for example, if Prannoy is a 60-year-old man who's a professional, who has certain likings and dislikings and wants and needs, then we're trying to customize our outreach to him to suit what he's looking for, and similarly with others. So that's been our approach to social media.
60 years old? I'm not that old.
Yeah, so I just wanted to take a ballpark figure.
I think the biggest area of your weakness is the women's vote. And the turnout of women is so much higher than men in Bihar for various reasons. And then they put 10,000 on top of that, and that's cash in hand. That is your biggest challenge, isn't it? Getting the women's vote to at least be equal among the two.
It's definitely a challenge. There is no doubt about it, especially with the cash transfer. And historically also in Bihar, women have voted largely because of Nitish. Where Nitish used to be, women used to vote more towards that formation. And that's something that we are very aware of, and we are trying to work as hard and as smart as we can in the time that we have left. But you're absolutely right. It's a strategic priority. And I think this election is going to go where the women go.
Krishna, there is a general impression that अगर आप कंपेयर करें बीजेपी से, बीजेपी के सारे नेता, मतलब हर स्टेट में वहाँ उनके एलाइज का चीफ मिनिस्टर भी हो, तो उसको बड़े वॉर एफर्ट पे जाते हैं. आज आप देखिए प्रधानमंत्री, होम मिनिस्टर का 3 दिन का दौरा हो गया, लेकिन कांग्रेस आप हैं, आपने एसआईआर में राहुल गांधी ने 15 दिनों का कैंपेन किया, लेकिन जब एक्चुअल कैंपेनिंग होती है तो कांग्रेस इतना ढीला ढाला क्यों पड़ जाता है? कहाँ है राहुल गांधी, कहाँ है प्रियंका गांधी?
So राहुल गांधी भी आएंगे, प्रियंका गांधी भी आएंगे, सचिन पायलट भी आएंगे, खड़गे जी भी आएंगे और बाकी नेता भी आएंगे. तो छठ है, छठ में थोड़ा कैंपेनिंग स्लो होता ही है, तो we will definitely pick it up after छठ.
But unlike BJP, don't you think that Congress is still a pain as far as for allies is concerned?
I don't know. I think the right answer to that would be Nitish Kumar would be able to say better how much of a pain BJP is to his allies. My sense is that you would actually find the answer is quite opposite. We are probably more proactive. In fact, if you will speak to the allies this time, you will see that the Congress played a very positive role in keeping the alliance together right until the last moment. Yes, we had moments of differences in seat sharing. That happens with every alliance in every state, in every election. That's not new or unique to the Mahagathbandhan or the Congress. But if you will speak to people who know about things, you will find that especially in Bihar, the Congress was definitely one of the glues that was holding the alliance together. And I don't think that Nitish, if he were able to articulate himself very clearly, would say the same thing about the BJP.
Finally, just you've got a history with the youth, working with Youth Congress, etc. Is that a major strategy here to target the youth in Bihar? And what do they respond to?
So absolutely, I think India is a country which has a very young demographic profile. And whether it's Bihar or any other state, we cannot win elections by ignoring the youth and their sentiments. What we find in Bihar is that the youth are especially unhappy with the state of things, and they are vocal, they are aggressive, they want change. And I think that's what we have tried to do. We have tried to articulate a roadmap which we feel is by and large doable, and also at the same time give them a young team with fresh young faces who will be able to work on an agenda that the youth want, and with people, faces that they can relate better to.
Thank you very much indeed. That's very interesting. Thank you.